All right, let's take ourselves up to 35,000 feet and let's check out what's going on down below. One of the things is this chart here, I call it the Big Four, and it's got the four major markets right now. So right now, let's take a look right here at what we've got. This chart right here, that is the S&P. So you can see, as I predicted and as I told you, the market came under pressure. Now, the gold line here, guess what? That's the price of gold. The red line are U.S. Treasury interest rates. So this shows interest rates are going down. And then down here in green, you've got the greenback, the dollar. So let's put this all together. Interest rates are going down. That is so dominating everything. That's what's causing the dollar to be in this major bear market. That's one of the big reasons, because it makes the holding dollars less attractive. And this big decline in interest rates is causing gold to go up, because lower interest rates helps the price of gold. Now, lower interest rates have been helping the stock market until recently. So the one outlier in this whole chart, which is why I wanted to show it to you, is the fact that interest rates down, dollar down, gold up, all makes perfect sense. But when interest rates go down, normally the stock market goes up, and it's not. And part of the reason that I'm bringing this up is because I've been calling for this dip, which has occurred perfectly as predicted. But we need to start looking at the next move. So we're in the middle of a bear move. We need to be trading from the short side. We need to be putting on hedges to protect our long positions. Got all that. But the next big move is to the upside. These lower interest rates will not last with the stock market coming down, or I should say the stock market coming down will not last with interest rates coming down. So look for the S&P to continue down, as I've been saying, probably into September. Don't know if we'll make it to the third week, but somewhere between the first and second week, we should see a bottom in the stock market based on a lot of the things that I just showed you here. So let's keep an eye on it. All right, that's really important stuff. Hey, Courtney Smith here with our TradeSmith video weekly newsletter. Very exciting, but not as exciting as this. This is probably the most exciting thing in your weekly life. I know you subscribe to TradeSmith just so you can remember and review and relive this incredible disclaimer. All right, S&P, as I mentioned, down precisely as predicted. We're in what's called a down channel, and it's a legitimate down channel, or we could call it a flag formation. We know it's legitimate because the volume down at the bottom is going down as we go through the pattern. Now, why this is significant is I just showed you how how the stock market is an anomaly in the Big Four. This suggests that a breakout above the downtrend line, the upper downtrend line, will be the beginning of the new up move. And then look at the purple predictor. The purple predictor was one of the reasons, or one of the ways, that I was able to predict precisely the dip. The purple predictor is actually starting to kind of flatten out. It's not showing a lot of downward motion right now. So this is pretty incredible. We're starting to see the signs of a bottom. They're not there yet, so I don't want to get long. Don't misunderstand me. And if you're long, don't be sitting there saying, well, I hope it turns around and starts to go up. I hope it goes up. Never use the word hope when you're investing. All right, Dow Jones. I'm showing you this version of the Dow Jones because I wanted to show you how the purple predictor is starting to actually go sideways to up. Once again, I've been showing you the purple predictor with the Dow, how it's been a mess. But notice that starting in late July, it accelerated, not enough to get me excited, but now it's starting to put in a base here. It's starting to make higher highs. So we're seeing signs of strength. We're starting to see the precursors to the next bull move. That's why this is not going to be a crash. Don't listen to those people. NASDAQ, purple predictor not doing so well over here. Definitely a down channel. Purple predictor still just confirming the bear move. I wanted to show this to you though, because this chart right here, this is the NASDAQ. This is the NASDAQ where it's just the index itself. But I wanted to show you an ETF which mimics it, the Qs it's called. And look how weak the purple predictor is here. So we can't actually buy this index. That's just a theoretical number. This is what people are actually putting their money on. And it is showing very poor purple predictor. Once again, we're stealing this bear move. So let's not fool ourselves. Let's not go out buy yet. But the next big move is going to be up. Keep that in mind. Think about it. Okay, seasonality, bearish. Clearly bearish. We're now down to only using half-size positions in our long positions. We've got a hedge on, all kinds of good stuff. We're doing great in the markets. In spite of the down move, doesn't hurt us because we're all hedged up. But notice I put the green arrow there pointing to, once again, the purple predictor is not leading to the downside. It's kind of acting like reins on a horse. It's saying, whoa, don't go down very much. Don't go down very much. Yeah, you should be going down, but not that much. In fact, start thinking about going up. I'm leading you into what's going to be an amazing buy coming up here. Okay, seasonality, we've been through all this. This could go into the second week of September, third week of September, according to the normal seasonality. Yield curve isn't helping anything, but it's going to start to turn bullish here in September. See how things are all starting to fit together for a major rally in September, October, November, December. I don't know exactly when it's going to start, but boy, I'll let you know very soon. Asset allocation, they can't decide whether to put their money in bonds or stocks, pretty much stuck in a trading range for the whole year. Stock market risk-taker. This is another bullish sign. The risk-taker said that, well, all of a sudden people were saying, hey, you know what? Hey, it's not so bad out there. The water's fine. Let's go buy stocks again. Now, they didn't put a lot of money into the stock market, but nonetheless, they're starting to act a little frisky here. Global shares showing some strength. Emerging markets, though, is where it's at. We talked a lot about those earlier. I stopped talking about them a couple of weeks ago. I want to restart talking about them again. I'm beginning to love this emerging markets. Look at the purple predictor. Everything is hitting on all cylinders here. The weak dollar is really the story here. When you buy emerging markets, you're really selling the dollar. Greece, of course, this has been a favorite of mine. I'm going to buy it again this week. I love that price action on Friday. I think we're going to go make new highs again. So I'm buying Greece again. I know everybody says I'm crazy, but hey, how much money have I made in the Greek stock market this year when they're all sitting around whining? Not me. Okay, bonds. It looks like interest rates are going to continue to move lower. The bond market's moving higher, which means interest rates are moving lower. Purple predictor, I've been featuring this the last several weeks. It's showing strength. It's leading the market to the upside. Looks like we have a very good chance of breaking those highs we made in June at 128. Commodity prices, well, let's take a look. Our bond key factors starting to turn down, meaning lower interest rates. So the only thing going up is gold, but 10-year interest rates in Germany and the CRB index, which are sensitive materials, they're all turning down, which means lower interest rates, higher bond prices. Very exciting. Now the dollar, last week I put it into a little flag formation, which was broken to the downside, but not very strong. So I've redrawn it. And certainly a break of this green line and a break of the lows at about 92.50 would suggest the beginning of a new down leg in the dollar, which I think we're going to have. So I like being short the dollar as soon as we break that green line. Now, if that happens, then gold should be strong. Now, here's the thing. I want to break this down just like I did yesterday and update what last week, I should say. So I talked about how we 3 times we bounced off that purple line. And then last week we broke through it, although we closed below it. And I talked about how it's like the GIs landing on Normandy. The first wave, they go in there and they get chopped up. And they don't succeed, but they soften up the enemy. And then the next wave softens up, and then finally there's the breakthrough. So that big spike a week ago I talked about as the first wave on the beach. And it failed, just as you would expect it to fail. But look at Friday's price action, a monster key reversal that just got above the purple line again, didn't close above it, but it looks like we're making another big amphibious landing on 1300, the beach at 1300. So we're going to break through it. Now, normally we can get one failure, two failures. I have a saying, third one through, which means there's not a third failure. So I'm not ready to say this is going to fail, this is going to succeed. But the power makes me think we don't need 3 waves to get onto the beach. We only need 2, and this is the one. If you're not long gold, Friday's price action was a screaming buy signal to get long gold. Now, what are you doing listening to this podcast? Go and buy some gold. Quit wasting your time with me. All right. Our indicators flipped around quite a bit. Yen still bullish. I counted it as neutral. That's the green line down at the bottom, but it's really kind of bullish to neutral. The other two turned up, and they had not been bullish for some time. So we're starting to see more strength on the fundamentals come back into the gold market. Fully paid up members, I got some other special charts for you, some of my special super tricky charts to show you why I'm bullish on gold. Oil, you know, what can I say? I'm the biggest bear on the face of the earth. And we're now in a bear move. But once again, I don't see us going much below 40 either. This market's largely in a balance. OPEC met. They didn't really solve anything. So that's why we're a bit under pressure. All right, that's it for me. Listen, if you're one of our freebies, we love having you here. But really, these markets are creating massive wealth in the gold, in the dollar, in the stock market. This is the time you need to be subscribing to the premium version of TradeSmith. Come on, come over and sit with the cool kids. You know you're going to love it. Go to that website up at the top. This is your opportunity to make a lot of money. And this newsletter, it doesn't cost you a penny. It pays you to subscribe. All right, freebies, thanks very much. Fully paid up members, hang in there just 1 second. Hey, Courtney Smith here, and I want to tell you about TradeSmith, our video weekly newsletter. Yeah, I've been bringing the hammer to the market for over 45 years, and now I share that expertise with you every week in a terse, to the point video newsletter. Now, see, back in the old days, I actually ran the #1 stock newsletter in the United States for 5 years, according to the Hulbert Financial Digest. I crushed the market. I went where the action was, and for 5 years, when I did this newsletter, it was the #1 rated most profitable newsletter there was. There's a picture of it. In addition, I also ran the #1 mutual fund, growth mutual fund in the United States. There it is. There it is. There's Morningstar. Look at that chart. Ooh, that's a beautiful looking chart there. And I was #1. Well, and no losing year in 40 years. I've been doing this for a long time, and I want to share that expertise with you so that you don't have to go through 40 years of experience. Trust me, I bled a lot in those 40 years, but what that means is I've led a lot, and I've shown tens of thousands of people how to make money in my career. Now, first of all, in this newsletter, we're going to cover the key markets. We're going to talk about the U.S. stock market. We're going to talk about global stock markets. We're going to talk about foreign exchange. We're going to talk about futures, yeah, even commodities, oil. We're going to talk about bonds so that this is a one-stop shop. You can come here. You don't need anything else. We're going to use options. Whenever we have the opportunity to leverage up and turbocharge our profits, we're going to do it. Now, this is totally unique analysis. You think that if I did what everybody else did, I would have those #1 track records? Of course not. What I have to do is unique. That's the only way you can beat the competition out there year after year after year. So, deep fundamental analysis. I'm going to talk about this on 2 levels. First of all, fundamental analysis of the markets, monetary policy, economic policy, trade flows, all of those sorts of things, but on a very, very deep level. I've studied macroeconomics for decades now, and I've been using that analysis for decades. In addition, we look at deep fundamentals of individual stocks when we look at our stock market trades. That is to say, we're going to tear apart these companies. I focus a lot on a few key metrics. One of them, strong earnings growth. In the final analysis, that's the thing that really drives stock prices. Another factor that drives stock prices is when earnings per share estimates are going up. That is to say, when a broker changes their estimate from 10 cents a share to 20 cents a share, they call their clients buy the stock, and the price goes up. So those are the two most powerful techniques that affect the price of a stock. And I'm going to tear that apart and show you why I love these companies. But at the same time, just because it's a great company doesn't mean it's a great stock. We need to be able to time these things and buy them when it's good to buy and sell them when it's good to sell. So I'm going to show you unique technical analysis you can't get anyplace else. It's a combination of a number of indicators. Some of them you might have seen elsewhere, but I use them in a unique way. Others, you've never seen them anyplace else. I'm the inventor of those techniques. But you know what? Even the techniques that I use of other people, I use from people who are friends of mine. Yes, I've been around this market so long that most of the greatest technicians in history have been friends of mine. In addition, I'm going to show you ninja trading tactics. How are we going to get the best fill? How do we enter the orders? Are we going to use stop orders, or are we going to use limit orders or market orders? All of those sorts of things I'm going to give you in our weekly video newsletter. Key benefits of the newsletter. Number one, killer analysis that you're not going to find anyplace else. This is unique. This is unusual. And I have to make it unique. I have to make it unusual because that's the only way I can be number one. By the way, I was voted number one bond and gold market timer for 3 years in a row by Timers Digest. You can only do that when you have unique and killer analysis. Killer trades, because once we've got the analysis, we need to make money from it. We need to turn it into an actionable item, something that we can actually do in the real world. So I'm going to give you killer trades. I'm going to tell you specifically where to buy, specifically where to sell. Nothing is left to the imagination. I'm precise. It's also to the point. I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. So no BS, no stories, no jokes, no nothing. Right to the point. Here's what to do. Here's why to do it. And here's how to make money from it. So I'm going to keep it terse. It's about 20 minutes per week, right to the point with all the analysis. I show you the charts right on the screen so you know exactly why I'm doing it. You can double check my work. If I show you an indicator and I say this is what it means, I'll show you the recent past and you can see if it worked recently. Of course, it does. Now, actionable, that's a key thing. So many analysts out there, it's blah, 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 blah. It seems to me that all they want to do is they love the sound of their own voice. They want to sound smart. You know what? I don't care if I sound smart. That's not the point of the exercise. I'm not here to try to impress you. I'm here to help you make money. I'm doing all the same trades that I recommend to you. So trust me, they better be profitable. Easy. Like I say, I'm going to give you the exact entry, exit points. It's going to be super easy. Just type them into your brokerage platform, and there you go. It can't be any easier than that unless I came over to your house and typed in the orders myself. It's only $47 a month. This is a peanut for what you're getting. This is killer analysis, killer trades. This is something where, you got to stop and think of it this way. Can I make $47 more per month if I subscribe to this newsletter, or am I not going to make $47 per month? You know the answer. The answer is, of course, you're going to make at least $47, probably 10 times that, probably 100 times that, probably 1,000 times more than the $47, depending on the size of your account and if you follow all of my trades. So also, I want you to have a lot of free bonuses right up front. As soon as you sign up for the first month, I'm going to give you thousands of dollars of free bonuses. A lot of them are options related because I'm an owner of a company called Options University, and we've got some great education there, from option beginner to pro in just 4 nights. I like using options if I can because they can turbocharge the profitability. They can also be used to cut risk at the same time. That's a pretty awesome combination. So I'm going to give you from options beginner to pro in just 4 nights. Great introductory course for an option beginner. I'm going to give you how to quickly and easily master the top 20 technical indicators, some of which I use, but of course, as I say, I often use them in tricky new ways, and I'll show those to you as well. Retire rich with 10x income. I love this course. Really, isn't that what we all want, is to retire rich? And hey, why retire rich? How about retire rich and early with 10x income? This is an awesome course. You're going to love this course. It's going to get you focused so that you can retire rich. The secret is out with gamma trading. Now, this one's more advanced. I'm not kidding you with this. Gamma trading, I used to be an options market maker in the institutional world. I didn't deal with retail customers, only with banks. And what did we do? We did gamma trading all day long. It's something that's so super sophisticated that very few retail investors ever really understand it. This course gives you the insight into how to do this sophisticated technique. So we started from option beginner at our top bonus. This one, advanced and very super cool. Another one is, I love this. Come on. We're going to give you a new option strategy every month. So what's going to happen is you're going to receive a new option strategy every single month for 12 months, give you a month to master the strategy for the month, and then learn a new one, and then learn a new one. This is a great concept so that you can learn in a relaxed fashion. Gotta love it. I'm also going to give you 82-page manual on candlestick secrets. This is a particular style of trading, using, instead of bar charts, using candlesticks. What's cool is it's got flashcards. And it's really very cool because you actually get to learn just like you did when you were a kid. So it makes it super easy. You can be studying while you're sitting there on the subway or whatever, looking through those flashcards, the tutorials, the manual. It's awesome. And then finally, a very secretive part of the universe, foreign exchange options trading, where we combine foreign exchange trading with options trading, profiting from the two hottest markets. So I'm giving you 7 bonuses here. The value, if you were to go and buy those, go to optionsuniversity.com. Check them out. You'll see the price is just under $2,200. So when you sign up for just $47 a month, I'm going to give you these 7 bonuses right away. You're going to be able to access them right away. So let's repeat. You get the weekly video briefing with actionable advice. You get the 7 valuable bonuses, and all for just $1.56 a day. Come on. Really? You don't think it's worth less than $1.56 a day? Come on, man. You can't get a Starbucks coffee for $1.56, but you can get one of the best video newsletters ever. In fact, I believe it's the first video newsletter ever. But you're getting the same insights and the same techniques that I use to build that incredible track record of being the highest performing, most profitable newsletter for 5 straight years. All for $1.56 a day. This is a peanut. So what do you got to do? It's simple. You go to bit.ly/weekly market forecast. And yes, the W and the M and the F have to be capitalized. But go to bit.ly/weekly market forecast right now to subscribe. Get involved. Full money back guarantee, of course. Do it right now. You're going to really enjoy it. I'm not allowed to promise you that you'll make money. The SEC, the FTC, they'll come down on me like a ton of bricks. But I know what my track record is. I think as long as you follow the advice, I think you're going to be very happy. I'm allowed to say you're going to be happy. I'm not allowed to say you'll make money or they'll come down on me like a ton of bricks. We don't like that. So here's what I need you to do. Go to bit.ly/weekly market forecast with the capital W, M, and F right now. Go there right now, check it out, sign out, full money back guarantee, get all the bonuses, try it for a month. I know you're going to love it. Thanks very much, and I'll see you on TradeSmith. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.